là où les siècles traversent le temps. Bienvenue à Chartres.
Welcome to a full day with me. It is 6 a.m. and I'm out of my bed. Why? Well, it's the summer solstice. I wanted to do something specific. I wanted to celebrate today. So I followed my intuition and I went to Chartres. Chartres is a city not far away from Paris, and it has a very famous cathedral. It is known in the Christian world, but it was also a space known within the Celtic or Celtic world. And I'm going there for the third time in my life. And it usually is me walking there because it's a famous pilgrimage place. But this time I'm taking the train. And yeah, we had a strike. So obviously we all had to wait. As usual, welcome to France. And me waking up super early just makes no sense now because I actually have to spend hours outside of my bed with coffee in my veins, but waiting for that moment where the train will actually be available for me to take. So I'm re-questioning all my research, or more like focusing on birds and hoping that this journey brings me the things that I promised myself to experience. I'm taking notes, listening on Audible to Conversations with God for the second time so that I can actually take notes. And yes, I'm starting a book club and we'll be reading Conversations with God #1 together. If you're interested in that, please let me know. Join my newsletter so that you can be a part of that. The link is down below in the show notes. So welcome to Chartres. Obviously, I'm discovering the city from the realm of my memory and seeing that, well, I was wrong. A lot of it was wrong. I just really love it when you are very steady with your cognition and you actually remember things through your senses, through the sight, through everything, and you realize that no, you were wrong because the reality stands before you. And yes, things are very different. So there's a memory that I really cherish, is that when I was 10, we went here with school. They dropped us 10 kilometers away from the church so that we could actually call it a pilgrimage and walk some. And I was chosen to be reading the Bible in front of everyone. And I don't remember being stressed out. I remember being like, oh yeah, the power this has. Just let me read in front of everyone. Let me preach the word, preach the gospel. So I came here to see the Black Madonna. And fate had it that the crypt would be closed and I wouldn't be able to actually visit the Black Madonna that is in a crypt. But history had a twist and turn for me, and the Black Madonna was actually out of the crypt. It had been out of the crypt for a few years, and it was upstairs. And the one that is in the crypt and not available is not the oldest, not the one that I wanted to see, so I'm quite happy. But the disappointment is real, because that Black Madonna was black, as you can see on the candles, and it's recently been cleaned and whitened, like pretty much everything in this world. So I'm disappointed. I know that energetically speaking, the result is the same, but the fact that people can still, in this day and age, choose to remove the mystery of the Black Madonnas by actually whitening them, which happens a lot. I spend a lot of time calling churches and asking them what's the state of their Black Madonnas, because all of my research is basically on very old websites, old archives, outdated books, and I'm trying to make it up to date. I'm trying to know what I'm going to see when I go there. And yeah, for example, the crypt, it's written nowhere that the crypt is closed, but the crypt was closed because of the corona. So I'll be going back to Chartres. That's definitely something happening. But I'm disappointed nonetheless, because I wanted to be within the crypt. I wanted to be surrounded by the ceiling, by the people who are buried there, by the energy. A surprise. I got the solstice. Which once a year on the summer solstice, there's a ray of light that passes through exactly at 12. Well, with time it's actually 2 p.m. now. But it reminds me of when I went to see the fall equinox on the 22nd of September, which is super soon. So if you want to go to Strasbourg and see the green ray, you'll see the green ray go and pass through the Christ. And that's such a powerful energy, because green is the heart chakra, and the fact that it goes through the Christ, igniting the Christ consciousness and just showering you in love. I highly recommend that. I'm going to be in Turkey this year when that happens, so I'm going to miss it this year, but please go for me. I actually just circled the cathedral and went by the crypt and sat there for an hour, just taking in the energy, knowing that the other Black Madonna is just there. And I let her speak through me, through the trees, through the light, through the grass. I thanked the fairies there by giving them a little bit of sugar. And I also harvested a little bit of linden tea so that I could be bringing a little bit of that energy from that tree, from that cathedral, from that energetic space to my home. And when I do brew it, and when I do feel all the smells, all the flavors, I get a little bit more of that within me, all the way back to Paris. Thank you for watching.